Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. It is a very beautiful evening here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. You are still in your afternoon, I guess, or close to evening. Well, whatever it is, I am highly excited to come your way this evening because in few hours from now, our game against Leeds United will come on at Stamford Bridge. And I'm here to give you my predicted lineup. Yes, I am here to. I still must do it, dear friend. We don't have a choice. It is our club, and nothing changes our mind. No matter where Chelsea goes, we will follow. Yeah, that is how it is. I am blue, and I will continue to be blue forever. Well, before I give you my predicted lineup, there are a few things I want to point out. Because a player like Christopher Kuku, I would have expected him to start tonight's game. I would have expected Kuku to start tonight's game. He has been coming on from the bench for the past few games, and we don't see any contribution from him. And I'm expecting that maybe if he starts a game, we might see his influence more on the game. Because most players, when they start game, we see the influence on game than when they come in as a substitute. But it's rather unfortunate, Pochettino report that Christopher Kuku will be out again on injury for 3 to 4 weeks. And when he was asked to give in full detail, he said, we learned yesterday Kuku got injured, but we don't know when he got the injury. Our coach is saying that they are not aware. I'm sorry. They don't know when Christopher Kuku got the injury. Was it on the field of play against Liverpool or it was on the training pitch? I think there is something fundamentally wrong with either our medical department in the way they are treating our injured players or our style of training, which will come down to Pochettino. Either the rigid training sessions are having effect and a toll on the players. Pochettino's training sessions is maybe too rigid for some of the players and is having effect on them, on their health, or our medical team are not doing something good. I would recommend that we go back for, what's the name of that lady? Eva Connelly. You remember that lady? Yes. I would recommend that our owners start looking for her. Either Pochettino's training is too rigid for the players and is having effect on them. In fact, they will have to re-observe the Cobham training pitch as well. Because if Christopher Kuku should be injured in the Liverpool game, we all could have seen it. But the coach is saying, we learned yesterday and Kuku got injured, but we don't know when he got the injury. And was the player not asked, or he himself also doesn't know when he got the injury? What kind of, is it a curse on Chelsea? Did anybody curse Chelsea? Is there any winch anywhere working against both Christopher Kuku and Romeo Lavia? I need answers to some of these questions, dear friend. I need answers. I need answers. Well, let's continue first. Because we have a game tonight. Pochettino says the pressure of Chelsea is unfair. The pressure that is on Chelsea is unfair. He said no one says anything negative about Liverpool or City. It's like if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. It's okay. Nothing happens. But in Chelsea, it is completely different because of the pressure of that 1 billion spent on the squad. He said, for me, it is unfair. But in saying that, I accept the opinions. Actually, the pressure is because of the amount of money spent. That is the truth. We expect these players to do better. We expect better from you, the coach. Because we know the talent at your disposal. It's a £1 billion talent at your disposal. And so we expect you and your players to be better off. We expect your players to be putting the ball in the net. Such situations, I know we can't fully blame you, but you can also still have a role to play. In such situations, you have to learn to advise them to calm down their nerves, relax, and strike. Not to try to, in haste, to make hasty decisions. One-on-one with keeper. Hasty decisions, no. Good strikers, they'll raise their head, they'll see the keeper coming, they'll see the keeper's position, they'll know where to slot the ball. It is part of your work, your job. Dear friend, well, I would like to go straight away to my predicted lineup. But listen, Todd Bowley and Clellick went well beyond the inevitable and necessary changes demanded of any post-Abramovich ownership. I want to make that very clear. Let me take it again. According to the report we are receiving, Todd Bowley and Clellick went well beyond the inevitable and necessary changes demanded of any post-Abramovich ownership. What does that mean? It means that new owners coming in, they went far to make a lot of changes in the club. It is no longer Abramovich's Chelsea. There is a new identity they try to create. Listen, it's that Chelsea are an entirely different club, recognizable by not much more than their name, Chelsea, the stadium, Stamford Bridge, and the training ground, Cobham. It's only these three things that are still bearing the old identity. But every other thing about the squad is totally different. About the team, it's been changed. What does that mean? Means that even we the fans, we need to begin to think differently. That it is not the same Chelsea that we know that we were following. So the squad, the team now on the 11th position on the league table, we should accept it that this is where we belong now. This is where we are right now. It is no longer Abramovich's Chelsea that we know. That fights for top 4. We have a long way to go, dear friend. We have a long way to go. It's a part of Todd Bowley and Clellick's rebuild strategy has been to assemble a young, talented Chelsea squad capable of growing into serious contenders, just as Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola leave the Premier League. So they are building a squad that as Jurgen Klopp is leaving, they believe that by next season, Pep might also be leaving the Premier League. The Chelsea will now become that club that will take over in the next year or two. That is their strategy. That is a strategy. Dear friend, well, now to the predicted lineup. I have so much, but let me just end it here for now. To my predicted lineup, dear friend, I am starting the goalpost with Petrovic, as usual. And I have Disasi and have Levi Cowell at the center of defense. Malagusto, usual suspect on my right side, Ben Chilwell on the left. On my left wing, I would prefer Nicholas Jackson on my left wing of attack. Yeah. And I would like to have Cole Palmer as a false 9. Noni Madueke on the right flank. Then coming to my midfield, I will have Conor Gallagher just behind Cole Palmer in that number 10 row as he used to be. Casaido and Enzo manning the midfield. That is my first 11. That is my first 11 for tonight's game, dear friend. Let me hear from you what you think in the comment section. My first 11 is complete. Disasi, Levi Cowell, Ben Chilwell, Malagusto on defense. Remember, Petrovic is a goalkeeper. Midfield, Enzo and Casaido in midfield. Then on top of them will be Conor Gallagher. On my left flank, I will prefer Nicholas Jackson to run that left flank, and I will want Madueke to be on the right. Gallagher on top of the how do you call this? Enzo and Casaido, and therefore I'll have Cole Palmer as a false 9. This is my starting 11. This game, we must take it serious. Chelsea go into this. This is an FA Cup, and Chelsea must take it serious. That is my predicted lineup for tonight. My predicted scoreline, I don't want to go there, dear friend. Okay. I see this game ending 2-0 in favor of Chelsea. What do you think? Let me hear from you in the comment section. All right, finally, before I let you go, Gary Neville tells Mohamed Kudus to work on his decision making. this guy, that Gary Neville, I'm beginning to hate him, man. To work on his decision making. This might be a good advice, but from what he has done to Chelsea from Sunday, I'm beginning to dislike him. Even before, I never even liked him in the first place. Dear friend, let me leave that for your judgment. I'll see you in the next one after the game for post-match reaction. Shalom and peace.